we have dead governance, and then chances are that that society is doomed. Right now, we have the affirmative action in play that allows special interest groups, including the youths, to be represented in the August House. To me, what remains crucial is the question of efficacy. How realistic is the youth representation or youth leadership in this country here? To the best of my assessment, it is tokenistic to some extent, that the youths have the positions, but they do not have the influence. So my job here is to make sure that the youths have the capacity to demand, to determine their fate. Apparently, we have the youth council structures from the district up to the national. But what are the functions of these youth councils? They are supposed to undertake the function of oversight. But how can these people do oversight function effectively when they are underfunded, when they are not well trained? It is my respectful position that if at all I am given the mandate to represent the youth folk of this region in the August House, I'll make sure that their funding is increased so that they can effectively hold this government accountable. Right now, if at all a youth chairperson does not have the means of traveling across maybe 15 sub-counties, definitely this chairperson would fail to exercise an oversight on the government programs that do exist in the district. So we need to make sure that we increase that. But also, another saddening thing is that the national conference occurs once. Now, how effective would this be? We want to make sure that the young people have barazas as often as possible. We need to have the youth councils meet at least every month. Every month, the youth councils have to sit to discuss matters of national importance, matters that affect them. And this can only happen when the youths are well equipped and well funded. But apparently we have given them the position, the government has given the youth the position and the privilege, but they do not fund them, they do not give them enough equipments and incentives to undertake their functions. So to that end, it is my humble submission that we have to make these youth structures alive or living. Right now, they are to some extent dead. And we can only revitalize or have a working youth space if at all the incentives that I did talk about are put in place. Governance is the epicenter of every living society. Okay. If at all there is poor governance, then definitely that society collapses. Now, the youths that represent the greatest demographic in the country need to have a better representation.
All right. Thank you so much, Council. And Council, just now getting to the primaries of the youth MP, actually these primaries of Northern Uganda youth MP, which will be taking place on 22nd of August 2025 at Nambole. We have seen a couple of years, actually a couple of weeks ago, you and the other aspirants picking nomination forms at the Secretariat. We did see like 4 from West Nile, 4 from Lango, 3 from Acholi, and 2 from Karamoja. How prepared are you for the primaries?
Intellectually, I am prepared. But then, the politics comes with its bearings as well. The greatest challenge that the youth continue to languish in is capital. Our politics has been is commercialized. It has been enterprised to the extent that it is only viable or feasible to those who have the finances. But those who do not have find it difficult, however much they have the interest and they have the capacity to represent. It only takes a cynic senior seeks, a certificate to contest as a member of parliament. There are dozens of such people across this region here. And one thing I'm very proud of is that the northern Uganda region does not have shortage of leaders. The leaders are there. But then it is only a very few segments that erect to the occasion. Now, the challenge is the capital, the finances that lack. Recently I wrote to my good party, the NRM. I told them that the fee that has been fixed for nomination is too high, that dozens of people from my region, people that love this party, people that can die for this party, cannot afford. However much they are desirous of contesting in diverse political positions. So my respectful prayer to my esteemed party, the NRM, was that let this money be brought down. It is unconscionable that a youth who is unemployed or who is underemployed to pay 3 million for nomination or to express interest. I prayed to my party that that money should be readjusted to something that can be afforded by the youth folk. Maybe the timing wasn't proper, but I pray and I look forward that the party would one day sit down and get to realize that that fee is too high and it has to be readjusted. My petition, I respectfully laid it before the Secretary General and it was received. I hope and I hold the view that it will be considered in future times. Otherwise, if at all, our politics is commercialized, the affirmative action would be redundant, will not attain the objectives of the affirmative action. So in order to attain the fruits of affirmative action, we need to make sure that we give incentives to the young people that want to express their interest to lead in this country. Now, traversing 41 districts is not an easy thing. This election is capital intensive. Like I did say, it leaves those who are privileged to have resources to undertake it, but those who do not have the resources not to participate in it, and that is so sad. I hold the view, and I look to the day when our politics will not be enterprised, and each and every young person who wants to aspire to lead would have the opportunity of serving his country, his or her country.